You've probably seen it before, during last year's Christmas event, or knew about its use during the American Civil War. Nonetheless, you're here to learn about it, perhaps even the history of the Spencer Repeating Carbine. Designed by a man named Christopher Spencer during the 1860s, he aimed to replace the standard musket used by the US Army. By the Civil War, the US adopted the weapon. However, because of how difficult it was to mass produce the rifle, and the fact that Union soldiers would fire sporadically, the US Army assigned the weapon to cavalry units, which was more of a niche role when compared to the infantry. The Spencer Repeater was a hybrid of a musket and a lever action, with it having the striking hammer of a musket and the lever of a lever action, with you having to manually cock back the striker with each shot, expected to have a slow fire rate. Besides that, it held 7 rounds in the tube magazine, which provided a hasty reload, and was chambered in 56 by 56 Spencer. Said cartridge can be compared to a revolver caliber of its time. The Spencer dealt 30 to the torso, 60 to the head, and had a relatively slower fire rate and reload, but being that the Snowman AI being janky, it could be argued that the Spencer could have a quicker reload or fire rate once we get it in our hands. Furthermore, with it being a cavalry weapon, you expect that the Spencer on horseback to be very accurate when moving. Onto the topic of where it can be bought, I'd figure it can be bought either in the gun store or the auction house. Why the auction house? The color scheme of the Spencer matches the color pattern of other auction weapons, such as the Swallows or the Lancaster. But during the winter event, we saw a different color scheme. It can also be argued that it'd be attainable through quests. Whatever you think of the rifle, it's gonna be great to have new guns in the Wild West, as it gives flavor to combat. Anyway, stay tuned for next time, as I'll be covering the Marlin pump action shotgun.